Today we'll be looking at another camera technique that you can use for your animations, especially when it comes to 3D animations, and it is called the 180 rule. So stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Eon and welcome to my Start Animating YouTube channel, the channel that is specifically aimed at everyone that is new to animation. And if that is you, well, welcome, you are at the right place. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and also click on that little notification bell so that you can get notified every week when I upload a brand new video. And if you are new to animation or you want to start animating but you have no idea where to start, or maybe you're like a lot of us, you think it's going to be expensive, you don't have the money, you think you're going to have to throw out a lot of cash to get this hobby started. Well, I've got some great news for you. I've got a list of free software. It is absolutely free. It is freeware, so it's not illegal software. It is actually software that is made available for free by the developers. So I've got a whole list from script writing, storyboarding, video editing, audio recording, 2D animation and 3D animation. A whole list of free software, so you can actually start off animating for free. So click in the description box below, there's a link. You can just go and click on it and I will send you that list so that you can start animating. For me, that is so important, just to start. I want you guys to start. That's why I call this Start Animating. So I don't want finances to hold you back. I want you to start animating and start your animating journey today. And so go and download that free list. It's a list of free software that you can download and install and to start animating. So I hope you take me up on this opportunity. Now today we are going to look at another camera tip or technique. It is actually I can almost say it's a rule. They call it the 180 rule. And this is basically, I think you will use it more for 3D animation more than 2D animation. Because with 3D animations you actually have to set up cameras, etc. But it's just something nice to always keep in mind when you do your 2D animations as well. And it's called the 180 rule. Now I've got here in front of me my 3D animation software iClone, and I've got these two characters. And what I did is I set up a bunch of cameras that will basically film a dialogue. So if you've got a dialogue going on, or maybe it's an interview, whatever, this is basically the cameras I've set up to show you what to do. And then I've also got one example what not to do. So basically here I've got two characters, they are standing and they are looking at each other. Now if I go to the top view, I've got my different cameras set up. There you've got them and there's the camera. Okay, so what you do is the 180 rule is basically if you draw a straight line from the characters to connect them. So where the mouse point is, if I drag a straight line right through, then it means the 180 rules mean that all the cameras that you use must be within that 180 radius of the characters. So it must be on the one side. So where the mouse is, everything must be on this side. So if I can show you, there's that camera. There you can see him. And then I've got two close-up cameras on the characters as well. And there they are. So as you can see, they are all on the one side of the characters. So let me quickly show you what it will look like. So if you have a dialogue and you can start off maybe like this. They are talking. Now you want to go close up on the girl. So you go, there's a close up. She's talking. And now you want to go close up on the guy. There he's talking. So the cameras are on one side, so it means that the one character is on this side looking this way, the other character is on this side looking this way, so it creates the illusion that they are looking at each other. And also you will see that this character is looking left, and if I go to the wide angle, he is looking left. Same with the girl. In the wide angle, she is looking right. and if I go close up, she is looking right. Okay, so that is basically the 180 rule. So all your cameras needs to be within that 180 radius on the one side of your characters. Now, what happens if you break this rule? Things will start to look extremely awkward. So let's say you start off with this scene, they are talking to each other, and then you go to this character, and now when you go to the girl who's talking, it doesn't look right. It looks like they are looking in the same direction talking. Now this is obviously what you want if they are standing next to each other. Maybe they're standing on the top of a building looking at the view, and they're standing next to each other, then that makes sense. But if they're looking towards each other, then this kind of looks awkward. So if she talks and now he talks, it just doesn't look right. But if he talks and now he talks, now she talks, it looks like they are talking to each other. So that is basically the 180 rule. Now you can break this rule. So it is not just a rule set in stone. You can break it. One example is maybe they are talking and you've got a camera that is circling around them. So now it moves past the 180, but that is a camera that is moving. So it is not cameras that are standing still. It is a camera that's moving maybe around them. So that kind of makes more sense. So you can go to past the 180 degrees. So you can break this rule in certain instances if the story demands it. But for the majority of the times, you normally need to stick to this 180 rule. Otherwise, your dialogue will look disjointed. Your audience won't be able to follow the story or follow the dialogue because they don't know which direction the characters are looking towards. It doesn't look like they're looking at each other. So that is a very important rule to always remember when you do animation. Like I've mentioned earlier, with 2D animation, this is not such a big thing because you don't really work with different cameras. You normally just have your screen, but it is always something to remember when you have dialogue. Let your characters look towards each other. So that, I mean, if I can go back here, you can have a 2D scene. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Your 2D scene, you still have this angle, a wide shot with the two characters looking towards each other, and then also you will have your close-ups on the two. So you still have to use this in 2D animation because you don't want your wide angle, they're looking at each other, and then the close-ups, they're both looking the same direction. So guys, this is just a basic, simple rule. It's nothing major, but if you get this wrong, your animations won't look right. Something will look off, and it's always something just to keep in mind when you do your animations, especially when it comes to 3D animations. So I've hoped you've enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have heard of this 180 rule before, or maybe it's something new that you've never heard of, or maybe you've never heard of it like me and you've just always implemented because it just looks right. And then later on you end up finding out that this is actually a rule in animation or even in filming actually. So let me know in the comments below, are there other camera techniques that you guys are using? I'd love to hear from you. And remember to hit that subscribe button and also click on that little notification bell so that you can get notified next week when I upload a brand new video. So till next week, I will see you and God bless. Goodbye.